In this video, I'm going to show you how to conduct Class 1 of SEED Creative Thinking Projects for Even Weeks. Now, just a couple reminders. For Class 1, you have 20 minutes to complete this portion of the project. And also, I am using that detailed teacher's guide to help walk you through the steps of conducting Class 1. Now, when you open up April Gate, it's going to bring you to this page here. And at this time, you would have given students a paper copy of the same material that they see on the board. So it will be easy for them to follow along. So the first thing that you always do when you conduct Class 1 CTP Even Weeks is to start off with a game or activity. So the activity that this project is calling for, and it tells me on the teacher's guide, is that we're going to do a survey of the class to see what kind of pets they have. So I'm going to utilize the Blackboard function for this. And I'm going to go ahead and I would ask students what kind of pets they have at home. So let's say that students have a dog. Maybe others have a cat. Some students tell me they have a fish. Okay, so at this time we have our list, and then we can go ahead and take a class vote. So we take a vote, and let's say that 4 students have a dog, maybe 2 have a cat, and maybe 5 have a fish. So we can point out, oh wow, a fish is a really popular pet in the class. At this time we can move back to our first page. So we want to cover the topic for the CTP of the week. So we already talked about what a pet was. Now we just have to cover what a cafe is. From there, we would move on to the characters in our script. So you can go ahead and speak out the names and have students repeat after you. You might want to follow up with some questions such as, how many boys are in this play? And students can respond with 2. How many girls are in this play? Students can respond with 1. And, you know, it is important to cover what characters are in the play because it will change with every CTP. So sometimes it will be a family, other times it will be a class. There are many different versions. So it will help students know how they should act in this play. So for time, I would estimate between covering the activity as well as talking about the title and the characters, you would have about 6 minutes to finish this. From here, you would move on to the next page. And it will bring you to your script. So you can think about this as being similar to reading passage. The first thing that you want to do is talk about the pictures. And the reason behind that is that this script will be really difficult for students to understand, but they definitely can always understand the pictures. So you'll ask them some questions such as, who can you see here? And they can respond with kids. You could ask them, where are they? Oh, a pet cafe. And finally, you know, I might even point out this dog. This dog's name is Tappy, and he's a very important character in this script. Okay, so after you talk about the pictures, you would move on to listening to this script. So you can use this purple sound button here. Press it.
Welcome to the Pet Cafe. Wow.
Go ahead, listen to the whole script. And from there, we need to get students to speak the lines. So what you would do is you will go ahead and read one character's line and then have students repeat after you. And you would repeat that until you finish this page of the script. And this is a really important step. After class, students' homework is to memorize their lines. And you know, often parents don't speak English, so it will be very difficult for them to help their students practice this. So if you don't practice the lines during class, they will not be able to do their homework. So after you finish those steps for the first page, then you would move on to the next page of the script and you would repeat those steps, and that is talking about the pictures, listening to the whole script, and then having students listen and repeat. So to cover both those pages, I would estimate that that would take you about 10 minutes. So you want to talk about the script and let them listen and repeat for 10 minutes. And that will leave you with about 4 minutes left to do the last part of class 1. And that last part is assigning the roles, assigning students roles. So what I find effective is to go back to that first page where it lists all the characters for you. So students can be quite sensitive when it comes to who they will be in the play. So what I found effective is to use this gumball function here. You can pull it up, and it's going to show you all the students in your class. So you can hit the start button, mix up the character, and you can say, okay, Sunny's the winner. So Sunny can pick first. So Sunny can choose what character she wants to be. Maybe she wants to be Andrew here. Let me not make such a ugly circle. Okay, so she's going to be Andrew. And there's 2 things you want to do at this time. You want to circle Sunny's part on her paper so that when Sunny goes home, she knows who she will be. But you also want to write Sunny's name on your paper over the character Andrew, because students will forget their script the next day. Some students will. And you don't want to, waste class time trying to figure out who's who. So if you keep a copy of this, you can easily get students back involved in class. And after you assign roles to students, then you really would have completed class 1. Now, just a quick note, if you did find yourself with some extra time, then what you could do is get students to start practicing some realistic actions to go with their lines. And that would be class 1.